Okay, this is us again, Scott and Kelly Blades. And this is the second video. And, well, this is a special day again today, isn't it?
Yeah, my Kelly's birthday.
Yep, it's my birthday, so I can...
She's a senior citizen now.
Yep. I am now a senior citizen, and I can get senior discounts.
Yeah.
But you're not. Not yet.
And only, well, I will be in 2 months.
Yeah, you will be. 2 months. You'll be double nickels.
Yeah.
So I'm able to talk Scott into doing a video for me for my birthday, and last video was for Mother's Day.
Now,
So this is my
well,
birthday gift.
I can call you my old lady for 2 months.
Yes, you can. I robbed the cradle by 2 months, didn't I?
Yeah.
So we want to talk today about how we deal with the dementia. And I'm not sure actually where to start.
You tell about when you first, when the doctor first told you what it was all about.
Okay. Well, that's a good starting place. Let's see. Well, I know that how this initially got started was I got a call from our primary care physician one day while I was at work, and he asked me if you were okay. He said, "Kelly, is Scott okay?" And I said, "Well, he lost his job, and he's a little depressed, but I think he's okay. Why are you asking?" And he said, "Well, I received a letter from Scott," and he said it just isn't making a lot of sense. The letter isn't to him. He said, I said, "Well, I didn't know, that you'd written a letter, and I don't know if you even remember that, but I'm guessing that you were trying to tell him about your ailments and how you felt like it was an awful thing that we never were able to pinpoint what the problem was." I'm guessing.
Well, I remember writing a letter now, but I have no idea what I wrote.
Okay. So, and the doctor didn't tell me what was in the letter or anything like that, but he said that he was concerned.
I don't remember.
And he said that it was not making any sense. And he said, "Kelly, I just am thinking about dementia here, because it kind of sounded that way." And I said, I don't know, I was pretty surprised. I didn't know what to think. And so he had us go to a neurologist, and then the neurologist sent us to the neuropsychologist, who does actual testing for dementia, brain problems. Jake, come back over here. Come on.
Jakey, no.
Come on.
No.
You hear something outside. So, anyway, they did testing. We have our little one over here.
She's in trouble now.
Yeah.
You okay?
So, we went for the testing, and it was 4-hour-long testing, and I don't know what all they do, because they didn't allow me to be in there or watch or anything like that. So,
Puzzles and stuff.
oh, puzzles and stuff like that.
And,
boy, I bet that was hard for 4 hours.
And words, trying to remember lists of words, and read you a story and then ask you about it later to see if you can't remember what was in there.
Mm. So then we had to wait, I don't know, it seemed like 2 months. Our appointment was really far away to get the results. And when we went in to get the results, the doctor, he said that that it indications there was indications of frontotemporal dementia, and so I already kind of had an idea that he might have dementia, because when I sat in the waiting room while you were in there, I had to fill out a questionnaire, and then I grabbed a brochure that I saw sitting up at the counter, and I read it, and I was just going, and I couldn't believe the things that were in the brochure. I thought, oh my gosh, Scott does these things. There was stuff like, spontaneous spending was one, and you've always been extremely careful with money, and you could talk yourself out of buying anything, even if you needed it, you could talk yourself out of buying it.
Yeah.
And then there was, you didn't have that anymore. You were, it was a lot easier for you to spend money. And then, I don't know, I can't even remember what else on the list, but I was pretty surprised when I went through that list. I felt shocked, and I went up to the counter and told the lady, I haven't ever told you this, but I told the receptionist up at the counter, I said, I'm not sure what to do here, but I read this brochure, and I really think this is what my husband has after this. And I don't know, I didn't even know what to think. I'm not even sure what she said to me, but there wasn't much she could say.
Oh.
But I was really surprised. I was very surprised at all the things that had been going on for several years, and I never realized. I just thought you were tired.
I was.
I know.
Tired.
I just thought that's why these things were happening, because you were just tired.
Was from the body pain I had all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And I just thought, well, we can't figure out what this pain issue is with you, and we've been to Kansas City, we've been to all kinds of doctors, and it's just causing your brain and your body just to be so fatigued that you can't even hardly function anymore.
Well, now we know that was just part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So back to inside the doctor's office with him, when he was telling us that, the indications were frontotemporal dementia. I didn't know what to think. I don't know. I think I was still in a state of shock. Were you?
Well, I don't really remember. All I remember was I really wanted to just go back to work, go find a job and go back to work.
Oh, yeah.
It's what I wanted, but I mean, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't know why, but I knew something was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that you say that, I remember you telling the doctor that. I just want to go back to work. I just want to go to work. I just want to provide for my wife, is what you said. And so you looked for a job. You tried.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
but I get I would get when the doctor said that, then I knew that I wouldn't be able to go back to work, and that it was I was probably gonna get worse than better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I knew I could go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah. That was probably hard.
And yeah, it was.
So let's see. You were all, Scott was in IT. He did computer stuff. Was always really sharp. I would always have you fix all of our friends' computers, and I think I wore you
Yeah.
out with that.
No, I kind of like
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, we would have everybody's computers in our basement, and you'd be working on them and fixing them. And then I also noticed that you weren't able to do that. It took you quite a while. You would fix something, but it would take you, gosh, I don't know how many times longer
Well,
to work on. It was just
yeah.
harder. Things slowed down and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
you did a lot for us and for me when you found out you had dementia around the house here. We got cameras in all the main rooms,
Oh yeah.
and I can watch. When I go to work, I can log into the cameras and see how you're doing and how the dogs are doing.
Yeah.
And I can even talk to you through the cameras.
Yeah.
And
We got all our legal paperwork done,
mm-hmm.
and we didn't fight about it.
No, we didn't. And we found an attorney and went to an attorney to get on disability, which we still haven't gotten.
Oh yeah.
But we should be hearing something here in the next few weeks. I hope.
Oh, I don't know. Wait.
Yeah.
It happened when it happened.
Yes, it does. But I sure hope they go back to when you lost your job and pay us back from then so we can.
Does everybody have to wait this long? It's been
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, no, I don't think everybody does. I don't know what the deal was with us. I mean, it does take a long time. Kansas is one of the hardest states to get onto disability. But the way that the doctors wrote up the, I don't know, the diagnosis, he wrote it as mild cognitive disorder that you had, and that, from what he says, is what they have to word it now. They can't actually say dementia because they can't prove it's dementia until a person dies and there's an autopsy done.
Yeah.
So I think that
what happened when the government gets its nose into stuff.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're still waiting on that and hoping that that comes through. We know you're going to get it. We just don't know if they're going to do back pay is what they're taking their time on. I just hope they do. And then, so you prepared things in the house and the computer, and so that if you got to a point where you couldn't do things that I would know what to do.
Oh, the one with your stuff on it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, you thought a lot ahead at that time while you could still do things on the computer.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that a lot. I'm so glad. And, go ahead.
I had to get rid of my reloading reloading equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad Ben got it. I feel good about that. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I am too. Ben is Scott and my nephew, and he likes hunting and stuff like that. So we gave all the reloading stuff to him.
Yeah.
We needed to get that out of the house because with frontotemporal dementia, they're in the brain. I don't know exactly how it works, but one of the things that he could do is I could come home and he doesn't realize it's me, and he might think it's an intruder. I'm an intruder, and grab a gun. And so we were trying to prevent that from happening too. So we got the guns out of the house.
Sounds crazy to me.
I know it does, doesn't it? Me too. I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, when back when we first found out, and he started talking about stuff like I would get mean and stuff, and that hurt me because I don't want that.
I know.
And I remember one morning I was on the back patio with the doggies and the chickens, and I pleaded with God that no matter how bad I got, that I would never do anything to dishonor him or to dishonor you. And more than anything, I didn't care about anything that happened to me, but I didn't do that. And I still don't. So I think God is helping me with that. Well, no, I know He is.
Yes. That made me teary-eyed. Thank you, honey, for sharing that.
Oh, well, I never told anybody. Oh, I told Tequila one time.
Oh, did you?
I don't know if she remember. We were sitting. I don't know why. Me and Tequila were at the gate over at Fort Sill, and it was just me and her, and you drove off somewhere.
She stayed there with you because you couldn't get in on base because you left your driver's license in there at their house, so we had to run and get your driver's license so you could get in.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, she stayed there with you, and you guys got to visit.
Oh, yeah.
And I ran and got your driver's license real quick so that you could get on base, so we could go to their house.
Oh, that's why we were there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys got to talk. That's nice. That's good. How about when we told your mom and dad too about it? That was kind of hard.
I don't even remember that.
I'm not sure that I remember exactly, but I know that they're real heartbroken about it, and it's really hard for them.
Well, I mean, I could understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My brother, I remember when I think Brian, I I remember staying at Brian's, but I don't remember how I got there.
Todd took you. Todd came and got you, and he
Oh,
took you for a
okay.
weekend over to
Oh, yeah.
Brian's, your brother's house.
Yeah, and I know he was upset about it.
Yeah. But I remember the doctor telling me prognosis. He said prognosis, that was the first time when we were in that doctor's office.
Yeah.
Back to that again. I remember him saying that it was, the prognosis was 2 to 10 years. And I thought, wow. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought, I didn't think that you would even make it to 2 years, and thought that was a long time away, and now I so see it different, a whole lot differently. It's been over 2 years, and man, I'm so glad you're still here.
Well, it's just not moving very fast.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I know that it's terminal, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I trust God. I always have.
Yeah.
And He gave me peace because I know I'll be with Him.
Yep.
A lot of people don't believe in Him or think it's silly, but He's just as real as you or me.
Yeah, he is. And I don't know how people go through this without him. That would be very hard.
Yeah. But people don't know Him because they don't know Jesus. They don't have Jesus. And then you get that the Holy Spirit come into you and you just know things.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. You just know things.
Yeah, and the Bible says that, well, we see them because of the Holy Spirit within us.
I don't know.
It's like the scales coming off of your eyes.
Oh, like Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to be like Paul because he said he learned how to be content in every situation.
Yeah, he did.
And he'd been shipwrecked, and he'd been stoned, he'd been in prison. You name it, he went through it. And even when I was a teenager, that's what I always thought, that I would hope to be like that.
Yeah.
But I am now, but only because I got Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He does that for us, doesn't he?
people that don't have Jesus, they just, well, not everybody, but I think I watch them and they, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what I was saying.
It's okay. So something that you do since you've had the dementia is picking, and you pick at your thumbs and
Oh, it's awful. Look
And
what I
they-
done to it.
yeah, and it's real callous there where that picking takes
I
place.
know.
But you don't realize you're doing it, and it's okay.
Yeah.
That's, I think they used to call frontotemporal dementia. They used to call it Pick's disease because of picking. Picking takes place.
I have
With it.
no idea.
Yeah, I've been told that anyway. But, well,
I picked my nose before I had any disease.
you're so silly. Okay, so what do you think? Is this enough video for today? Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
That's it?
Happy birthday, beautiful.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, I'm done now.
All right, I love you.
I love you.
Okay, we'll end it now.